comes a new challenger.
We back, baby! What up, everybody? It's your boy Ethos. I'm back again, back on the YouTube, back to do content again. It's been quite a bit of time. I know the last thing I uploaded on this channel was Samurai Zero related. There's still going to be Samurai Zero stuff, but I'm actually back to announce two big things. For years, I have gotten requests to make my own personal podcast, and for years I delayed it or put it off simply because I was just busy at that point in my life. Things are starting to change for me. So now I have the time and the want and the motivation to actually do it. So I'm proud to introduce you guys to Mind the Ethos, my new Anchor podcast on anchor.fm/Mind the Ethos. This is a gaming related podcast. I might start doing some personal stuff, might on the side talk about some other topics depending on what people might want to hear from me. Definitely want to focus this on a game developer lens, but also related to basically current events that are currently happening in the gaming industry and just big gaming news. So I want to give my own takes on some of these things. Think of it like an extended version of like what you already get from the GI podcast. I know some people complain about that I don't talk enough sometimes in those podcasts, or there are three people, so a lot of times I try to limit myself on some of the items that we talk about because there's definitely more that I could say about a certain thing, but I don't want to waste a lot of the time. We are live already for the first episode. I've already worked on the first episode and it's out right now, so you can go to the Anchor FM, and also it's available on Spotify. Just search Mind the Ethos to find the podcast. For a lot of people who are probably going to ask, what about Apple Podcasts or another location? Let me know in the comment section below where you would like to hear it. The system Anchor will be sending it out to Apple Podcasts and some other websites as well. So you will be able to find me on multiple different podcasting websites where you can listen to me. And the second thing that goes into another thing, if you want to keep up to date with me on the latest of what I'm working on and new content and when I'm Twitch streaming and all this sort of stuff, follow me on my brand new Twitter, Dev Ethos. Again, that's Dev Ethos on Twitter. No longer Game Ethos because I got a DMCA strike, or a couple of them, but this one I got was from years ago that I must have just missed. And basically now my account is suspended on Twitter. So I have no access to my Twitter right now. I'm trying to work through to see if there's a way I can get it back. But in the meantime, if you do need to communicate with me, if you need to send me a DM, if we need to chat or whatever it is, feel free to hit me up on Twitter. That's Dev Ethos, and follow me there. It's going to be a long road. I spent so much time working on that Twitter account, so it's really a pain because I was really at a very crucial moment at this time taking care of a lot of business through that Twitter account. Now, effectively, I've lost a form of communication, so now I got to figure out how to reach back out to certain individuals that I was working on networking with. So it's been pretty much a pretty big pain, but the good news is I'm back on YouTube. I'll be using content. I already do Twitch, so I'm going to be doing a lot more of Twitch streaming, a lot more YouTube content. Where you're going to be getting on this is really, I think I'm going to be turning the channel into a sort of podcast channel where I will take basically highlights from the podcast. So if you aren't up to listening to the full hour-long podcast, that's usually the time limit that I'll be going for. You can just wait for the YouTube uploads, which I'll put certain highlight clips so that you can listen to them if there's a specific topic that I think might be worth uploading to YouTube. If there is other content that you'd be curious about me talking about, topics-wise or just video content-wise that you'd be curious about, feel free to put in the comment section below. I really want to evolve this podcast and make it something really cool. In the future, hopefully, maybe I'll do a funding goal, but I would love to turn it into like a video podcast as well, like add visuals to it. Right now it's just audio, but I would love to bring the video aspect to it. I definitely want to bring on some guests. I would love feedback. I would love to hear your thoughts on the podcast and the additional content I'll be bringing like literally ASAP. Thanks again, everybody, for taking the time to listen to this video. Again, links in the description below for the podcast. If you're curious, follow it. If you can review it, if you can like it up, whatever type of system that the podcast is available on, if it has a sort of review system, please try to like it up or share it with other people who are gamers who might be interested in this. Really do appreciate all the support, and hopefully you guys will enjoy this new format as well. All right, guys, be safe, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.